Today, just when you thought the well might be run dry, here's a bajillion more Steam games. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint, where, no, it's fine. It's fine. We're all fine, and I can do this by myself again. You've landed on my Gerudo Desert, pay 200 rupees, is a phrase you mightn't have expected to hear, but now we live in a world where there's a full Legend of Zelda conversion of the classic board game Monopoly. Well, nearly full conversion. It does kind of ruin the immersion when the train stations have been replaced with things like Epona the horse or the boat from Wind Waker, but the go-to-jail and free parking spaces are entirely unchanged from the original game. A game about real estate acquisition, by the way. Is that the new plan? Forget fighting Ganon, let's just buy all of Hyrule out from under him. Hey, the Goron are welcome to live in their mountain, they just have to pay their strata fees. Finally beaten all the games you got during the summer Steam sale? I'm joking, of course, that's a statistical impossibility. But if you want more games, a fresh batch of 50 were just given the Steam green light, including 2 games, Jotun and Ninja Pizza Girl, that aren't actually anywhere near done. Because they're on Kickstarter. They're on Kickstarter now, and they haven't hit their funding goals yet. Sorry, wasn't it supposed to be hard to get greenlit? Now all you've done is increased the potential pool of people to be disappointed if a game doesn't actually get made. We don't need this many games. According to a new study by a British experimental psychologist, playing games for an hour a day can have a small but positive effect on a child's social development. Looking at a sample size of 5,000 children and rating a number of factors like satisfaction with life, interaction with peers, and hyperactivity, children that played under an hour to an hour of games were the most well-adjusted group, more so than children that played no games at all. However, the children who played more than 3 hours of gaming a day were actually found to be the least well-adjusted group. A reminder to stay tuned to Twitch after CheckPoint, where Paul and I will be playing 3 hours of video games, followed by Beej at 6 p.m., where he will be playing 3 hours of video games. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., Alex will be playing 3 hours. Oh god. And now, with Pocket Prompter. Since 2012, artists Pablo Belmonte and Paco Martinez have been hard at work on rebuilding the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask assets in HD, and have just released this video to show their progress. The new models are gorgeous, and have understandably made even the most jaded Zelda fans a little tingly inside, and everyone wants to know when they can expect to play the Majora's Mask HD fan remake. The answer is, of course, never. Remember, this is Nintendo we're talking about. Even if this was a full remake instead of just a bunch of cool-looking assets, Nintendo is the company that shut down the Pokemon MMO, the Zelda and Metroid fan films, and have even been messing with Let's Play videos that just show their games. A project like this might as well be in first place in Mario Kart, and Nintendo has an infinite supply of blue shells called lawyers. These two guys are obviously very talented, and of course they can spend their free time however they want, but it is so sad to see this much time and effort being put into something so obviously doomed, when there are tons of exciting indie games that are in desperate need of skilled model makers. Maybe then we could have 1 or 2 indie games that aren't retro-pixelated. A new game on Steam Early Access called Diesel Stormers has been hit with a trademark dispute by Diesel, the clothing company. They feel that there is, quote, a likelihood of confusion between a co-op brawler game starring steampunk mech suits and pre-distressed jeans for Europeans with no body fat to wear clubbing. I know if I bought Diesel Stormers on Early Access, I'd be disappointed to find a small anachronistic military jacket in my Steam library, because really, it's not like I could have figured out the difference beforehand. Diesel is a word. You can't have it. Join us again next week, where not only will I not have to read off my phone, but I won't be here because Kathleen will be here and I won't, and it's a whole mess. It's just, it's such a mess. It's all over the place. Coming up, the original Flappy Bird is back on Amazon platforms with new birds, new game modes, and more obstacles, like ghosts. Because it wasn't already impossible enough, now there are ghosts. Thanks! That almost went really well, to be fair.